I want to read you what you said, make sure I'm accurate. Here's what you said. President Trump is not like any sane leader. I'm very proud of General Milley for saying that President Trump is a total fascist. You think you're smarter than the American people, don't you?
That's the clip they're all talking about. And let me tell you that confrontation between Senator Kennedy and the general is one of the most revealing things I've ever seen in a hearing. This right here is why Senator Kennedy is an absolute force of nature. This is what it looks like when a real person gets to question a high and mighty member of the DC bubble. And he doesn't just ask questions, he fillets people who come in dripping with condescension. He brings the receipts and he brings the heat. Let's roll the full video and then we have to talk about this takedown.
General,
Yes,
you
sir.
believe in open borders, don't you?
I believe in the rule of law, sir.
Right. And it makes you angry that President Trump does not believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Senator, I'm not here to discuss immigration policy. I'm here to discuss whether or not we use the military to enforce it.
And it makes you angry that most Americans don't believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Not in the slightest, sir. Again, I am not here to discuss the immigration policy.
Yeah. Duty, honor, respect, you talked about that
Yes,
in
Senator.
your opening statement. On October 14th of this year, you went on CNN. I want to read you what you said, make sure I'm accurate. Here's what you said. President Trump is not like any sane leader. I'm very proud of General Milley for saying that President Trump is a total fascist. To Bob Woodward, if he, as chairman of the Joint Chiefs, is calling the president a fascist, I'm so proud of him for breaking that barrier. The challenge is because most MAGA Republicans, they don't understand what fascism is. The reality is that they are, in fact, fascists themselves. Did I read that accurately?
Senator, I am happy to discuss my personal perspectives with you separately at any time. That's not the purpose of the hearing today.
Did I read that accurately?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. You think you're smarter than the American people, don't you?
Absolutely not, Senator. I am here to discuss the use of the military as part of this mass deportation.
You think you're more virtuous than the American people, don't you, General?
Senator, I am insulted by your comment.
Duty, honor, and respect. You talked about that in your opening statement, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Moran said, I wrote down her words. She said, by their actions, you know what someone's character is like. You agree with that?
Senator, for 35 years, I served my country with absolute honor and distinction, and I will continue to do so.
You agree with what Ms. Moran said?
Of course.
Mr., I've got a few minutes left.
23 seconds.
Well, actually, you let Ms. Klobuchar go well over, so I'm assuming you'll extend me the
I'll
same.
give you the
courtesy.
same minute I gave to her.
You gave it a minute 20. I timed it.
You're using.
I watched you
using
like a hawk, Dick. Mr. Melnick, Mr. Reichlin Melnick, you believe in open borders too, don't you?
I do not, Mr. Kennedy.
Okay. On November 1st, 2022, you tweeted, both Texas and Louisiana have their knives out for black immigrants. Do you remember that tweet?
I don't, but it's quite possible.
What Texans It's not only possible, it happened. You're not denying it, are you?
No, I'm saying, referring to the
Texans?
context.
Who are
I
you
actually
talking
don't
to?
know the
Who
context.
are you talking to about who in Texas had their knives out for black immigrants?
Guessing the context, but my suspicion is
Give
that
me
it
a
has to
name.
do the
Give me a
Attorney
name.
General Ken Paxton and
Give
the
me a
Attorney
name.
General of
Give me a
Louisiana.
name.
I just did.
You don't have a name, do you?
I just said Ken Paxton.
You don't have a name, do you? You just said it, didn't you?
Just said Ken Paxton.
All right, how about Louisiana? You said Louisiana has its knives out for black immigrants. Who in Louisiana were you talking about?
Again, I'm not certain. That was 2 years ago, and as I'm sure you know, much has happened in the last 2 years.
Well, did you say it?
Again, I do not remember the context,
But you don't.
Senator
You
Kennedy.
said somebody had their knives out from Louisiana for black immigrants, but you don't know who they were. You just said it.
I said the Attorney General of Louisiana and Texas, and I believe this referred to specifically lawsuits brought and arguments that were made in court that the arrival of Haitians
I'm out
and
of time,
others
but I
were
want to get you
inherently
on the
dangerous,
record.
which was
You
not.
Thank you very much, Senator.
believe
Appreciate
that the
your
Attorney
questions.
General at that time of Louisiana had his knives out for black immigrants. That's your testimony.
Given their
Thank you,
litigation
Senator Kennedy.
conduct, yes.
All right, folks, what did we just watch? We just watched a masterclass in accountability. This is what every single hearing in Washington, D.C. should be, but it's not. Let's just get right to the main event, the part that matters. Kennedy turns to the general, and this is where it goes absolutely nuclear. He asks the general the simplest, most basic question in the world. Do you believe in open borders? And what does the general say? He gives the ultimate slimy politician non-answer. I believe in the rule of law, sir. What a joke. That is what every politician says when they don't want to answer a direct question. That is a yes. It's a coward's yes. If you can't just say no, I believe in a secure border, you 100% believe in open borders, period. You're just trying to hide what you really think from the American people. And Senator Kennedy, oh, he smells the blood in the water. He knows this guy is a partisan hack, hiding in a uniform, so he pulls out the receipts. This is what I'm talking about. He reads the general's own words from a CNN interview, and this is where the mask doesn't just slip, it gets ripped clean off. This general who sits there all high and mighty talking about duty, honor and respect, went on national television and called the former president, his former commander-in-chief, an insane leader and a total fascist, a sitting general calling his boss a fascist, and he didn't stop there. He called most MAGA Republicans, that's just, 75 million Americans, fascists themselves. Let that sink in. This isn't some angry college kid on TikTok with green hair. This is a general in the United States military. He has nothing but pure, unadulterated contempt for more than half of the country that he is supposed to serve, and he has to sit there under oath and admit he said it. I believe so, yes. Kennedy's follow-up. Absolutely savage. He sees the opening, and he goes right for the throat. You think you're smarter than the American people, don't you? You think you're more virtuous. And the general's response, the audacity, the absolute gall of this guy. He says, Senator, I am insulted by your comment. You're insulted. You are insulted, my man. You just called 75 million of your fellow Americans, grandmothers, firefighters, nurses, mechanics, literal fascists, the worst thing you can possibly call someone, and your feelings are hurt. The arrogance, the total breathtaking, unbelievable arrogance. This is the bubble. This is the DC swamp. This is the expert class that hates you. They genuinely believe this. They think that if you want a secure border and you didn't vote for their guy, you are an enemy of the state. And Senator Kennedy just exposed him for the whole world to see. When he threw that duty, honor, respect line back in the general's face at the end, that was the kill shot. He was showing him, your words are worthless. You wrap yourself in the flag while you despise the people you swore an oath to protect. Look, this is why these hearings matter. This is why we need fighters like John Kennedy. He exposed this guy's unbelievable arrogant bias. He showed us who these people really are. When the cameras are on, they're under oath, and they can't hide. That wasn't merciless. That was accountability. That's his job, and he's one of the only ones left who's willing to do it. What do you guys think? Did this general get what he deserved? Let me know down in the comments. This was a wild one, And hey, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.